Greetings, everyone. I salute you from my heart, my face, my totality. So welcome that we are going to share this important information. We want to talk about urine therapy, the water of life. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen to share some slides with you. And this is very important and crucial topic that we have to start to unveil and start to understand and start to practice this beautiful technique, ancient naturistic technique. The urine therapy, the water of life. So we have to understand that this is going to be crucial in this detox process and incorporate it as a habit in our life forever. Because in the state of emergency that we are living now as humanity, this is going to help you to improve your health substantially, to boost your immune system, and in the labor of eliminate parasites and fungus also, because this is our own vaccine. This is our own medicine. This is our own elixir of life. So this is the real plasma. This is our water of life, produced and made by our body in our biological laboratory. So urine is not a waste that the body no longer wants, but a blood product where all the information and energy of the cells of our organism is concentrated. This resource serves to strengthen the immunological system and reinstate the plasma into the body. So please pay attention to this information. So these are the properties of urine. 95% is structured water, and 2.5% urea, and the other 2.5% is plasma. But in essence, it's plasma, 100%. But the highlights of this information is that plasma and structured water, because structured water is the correct water that we have to intake in our organism, because we are drinking clean water most of the time, but that water is already dead. It doesn't has its original biomagnetic current, because it's not a structure. The hydrogen bonds are broken, and it's full of heavy metals and also preservatives and other chemicals products inside of water, especially tap water. So even the bottled water is not the correct water for humans. So Mother Nature made the correct water for us. The first one is our urine, and the second one is the water contained in fruits, because fruits has structured water and plasma also, the fourth state of water: liquid, gas, frozen, and plasma. So when you drink your water from fruits, you are taking this structured water and plasma also. And of course, it's very tasty, it's sweet. That's the original water that we are made of. But for sure, the first one is our water of life, urine, our pee. And also this concept of urea and this element is very important also. So what the urine is? What the urine is? Urine is formed in the kidneys through a blood filtration process. Before being filtered, the blood passes through the liver, which extracts all the toxins and disposes of them through the bile, which in turn is eliminated by the intestine. Please pay attention to this, because we are going to break myths and all the lies. The function of the kidneys is to maintain the balance of substances in the blood and control the amount of water in the body, and not, as usually we believe, to eliminate toxic elements, work that the liver does. Therefore, urine is a pure product of blood and not a set of toxic elements. This is not a waste like feces. In the tubules, 99% of the liquid filtered by the glomerule of the kidneys is reabsorbed and recirculated in the blood. Only 1% of the liquid that is filtered is excreted daily by the kidneys, stored in the bladder, and excreted in the urine. Although the chemical composition depends on the food ingested, it can be said that urine is made up of 95% water and the remaining 5% of organic elements, which are called solutes, as we just have seen. So please, this is very important to assimilate. We have to remember, because we are not learning something new. We just have to remember. And for that, you have to go to your heart and ask that release the information stored in your DNA, and everything is going to flow again. So the main thing is that you have to realize that urine is not part of the lymphatic system, because kidneys are connected to the circulatory system. It's connected to the blood. So the function of the kidneys is to filter the water, our blood, and then release it through the bladder. Many substances used in medical treatments are extracted from the urine, such as allantoin, which helps the healing of wounds and is optimal for removing wrinkles. Urea is responsible for the bactericidal capacity of urine and for the inhibitor action of fungi and parasites in the body. I don't know if you knew that many products, especially in the beauty products, beauty in quotation notes, are made, especially creams for women, and also now for men also, are made of urea from animals. And products like perfumes are using urea, rabbit urine, cow urine, skunk urine. That's why we feel attracted to those products. So the point is that we don't need another kind of urine outside of us because we have our own. And most of the people are expending tons of money for these beauty products, and they don't know that they have their own medicine and their own beauty product in their urine. Actually, I'm going to tell you something that is from the real life. I saw many years ago documentary from Argentina where it shows that some kind of company of, I don't know, pharmacy or medical or even beauty company that produce this kind of products go to the low neighborhoods, the poor neighborhoods in Argentina, to buy urine from women. It's pretty weird, no? Why they are going to buy urine if it's a waste, as the system has told us? Because of this, they know this. And also, the system and these creatures that control the system, whatever you want to call them, archons and whatever, they knew that we have a lot of energy and information and plasma, a pure plasma in our urine. That's why in the modern society, they have created this system where humans go to pee in something that collects our plasma. Because in the original natural state, we should be peeing on the earth, like all the animal kingdom does. But they know this information. That's why they are collecting through this system in our houses, this hygiene system. And it's another way that we are feeding these creatures by our plasma and by our fine energy in our breath and also in our sexual energy. That's why they are producing fear, because with fear, you produce stress and then adrenaline. And from the adrenaline, you produce adrenochrome. And adrenochrome is the favorite food for these creatures and also for people from this planet, like many artists and politicians consume like a drug. But comes from your plasma. So this is very important to assimilate. When the body is intoxicated, the kidneys do not work properly, and they let out many necessary substances. So pay attention to this, please. When urine therapy is practiced, all those vital elements are reintroduced to the organism and reused. The body is remineralized. Drinking your own urine is not risky as you think. Practice urinetherapy has no contradictions, even for those who have urinary infection, because it's another thing that people say, please don't practice because you are very high intoxicated and also you have some infections in your urinary system. No, this is gonna be your medicine. Please stop to think bullshit. And I able to see this because I practice this since almost 10 years ago. That's why I'm teaching this, because I practice what I preach. I'm speaking from the experience, not because I read a book and I saw a video, oh, I want to impress people. No, because I practice. I know what I'm talking about. And also I have seen many amazing results in other people when they practice urine therapy. So urine is not a poison. That idea is an error promulgated by industrialized society that lost contact with the wisdom of nature. So if our urine was dangerous, why nature is going to put you inside in something dangerous, in something that's going to hurt you? There is no sense. I don't know if you knew that we passed 9 months inside of our mother's womb, and this liquid, amniotic liquid, and it's made of urine. Amazing. We are peeing inside of our mother's womb, and we're drinking all the time this liquid and breathing and everything. So this is where this journey begins. 9 months inside of your urine. So this is something to make a reflection and meditate and say, why? Why didn't I know this information? So that's why when a baby born, it smells very good. Smells like a baby. Say, oh wow, everybody gets crazy with a baby smell and say, oh, it smells very good. Not because I'm talking about the original smell, not the artificial perfumes and the kind of shit that we are using now. So this is something that we have to take in account to incorporate in our intelligent database. So like I told you before, our kidneys are connected to the circulatory system. That means that it's connected to our blood, not to the lymphatic system. The kidneys, so first of all, the plasma is created inside our spine, our column here. And then is distributed by the water that combines and create our blood. And then pass to our kidneys in order to be filtered. So the kidneys are the filters that they're going to separate all kind of waste from our blood and then pass through our bladder in order to be released. But why we are peeing? Because urine is not a waste. It's an excess because we are drinking an excess of water, and especially the water that I just have told you. We are not drinking the correct water for us, and we are drinking more than we need. So that's why our body needs to get rid of the excess of water by the urine. But not only that. So the thing is that we are very high intoxicated, and also we are putting in the acidic state our entire organism because we are eating acidic food, junk food, meat, all kind of meat, alcohol, caffeine. And our body needs to eliminate that acid elements. And the only way to do it is using precious minerals like magnesium, calcium, and other ones in order to rebalance, re-equilibrate our neutral pH system. Otherwise, if our body don't do this kind of action, we will die immediately. But that's the self-defense mechanism to maintain our system alive. For sure, then it's negative because we are stealing our own minerals. That's what we call the negative autophagy. So most of those minerals that we are using to maintain in balance the pH are being excreted by the urine. So we are peeing our precious minerals. So when we drink again our urine, we are reintroducing those precious minerals. And sometimes, and pay attention to this, sometimes our body, in very extreme case of emergency, when we are very high intoxicated, but very, very high, is going to release some toxins from this. Very rarely, only in a very extreme emergency case, because the first way of elimination of toxins is from our skin. This is the first one. And then by the liver and by the feces, by the intestine, okay? But sometimes our body is asking for more help in this, and is saying, okay, I have a huge amount of toxins and mucus and wastes that I'm going to use more ways to escape. And rare occasions is going to use our urine. But don't be scared, because those toxins, at the moment that they are released, they're going to come out deactivated. In another way to say it is they're death toxins. They can't harm you anymore. So if you introduce those toxins, nothing's gonna happen because they are deactivated. So for our body, those toxins are not going to harm. It's going to take them, and then it's going to send them to the liver, and again the same process. And you're going to eliminate those toxins by the poop. So this is very intelligent. But what is another highlight of this? That our body create a scanner system. It's like a scanner. It's going to scan all the information inside of our system, and it's going to make a diagnostic, and it's going to send the information in this water of life. What that means that the body is going to create your own vaccine. It's your own serum, because it has been collected all the information, scanning, and then it's going to give you the answer and the medicine through this mechanism. Beautiful. So you're going to receive, this is the real doctor. The doctor is going to give you the diagnostic, and is going to give you the medicine at the same time, with all the necessities that you require. So forget from your mind that this is a waste. It's not a waste. It's an excess. It's different. And every time when you drink your urine, you're going to create a loop, because every time it's going to be cleaner and cleaner, and it's going to taste better. So the problem here is the flavor. Because if you eat very bad, the taste of your urine is going to be very bad, but not with toxins. Just the flavor is going to be bad. That's why we have to change our diet. But even when we don't change our diet, you can use it. It's not going to be bad for you. Only the taste is going to be disgusting. I have to confess, yeah. But for that, we're going to start this therapy step by step. So here we have, this is our blood that when passed through the kidneys is going to purify and also is going to separate iron. And iron is heavy metal. We don't need iron. That's why our blood is red. It's not a good conductor of energy. So our real blood used to be like seawater with all the elements full of minerals. That's why we are crystal beings and full of plasma. Like this. This is the plasma. As you can tell, it's yellow. Yellow like urine. When you divide and make this process, divide plasma from blood, look at this. This is the heavy metals. It's very thick. Iron is down below, and the plasma is here. The energy. This is our honey. Our gold. That we are being mined from these beans to extract this, our gold. And the measure of gold is ounces. And ounces abbreviate is OZ, OZ. And OZ is Oz, the Wizard of Oz, because that wizard is extracting our gold. Actually, urine comes from or in French. In Spanish, oro, or, ur in Sumerian, nur, that means light, gold, oro, ons. Urine, orina, in Spanish we say orina, urine, comes from Latin, it's the same. They're referring to this gold because it's full of plasma. It's full of energy that we are wasting just like that. No, urine is something disgusting. Blech. But you don't know the magic that you have inside. And of course, I am not going to blame anybody because we have been lied. We have been deceived because the system wants that we be dependent of the drugs, of the pharmacy. In Spanish, we'll call farmacia, the moth, the pharmacy, the moth, the pharmacy, the moth of the pharmacy, farmacia, la mafia, el cartel de la droga, the cartel of the drugs that you are taking, like medicines. But you have your own medicine inside of you, your own plasma, your own gold, your oro, your light, urine. And this symbol represents that. Ouroboros. Here in the Toltec tradition, is the same concept because it's telling you about the autophagy. This is the loop, the toroidal field that have inside in the plasma that create plasma. These are discharge of biomagnetic energy, electrical charge energy. That's what plasma is. With the correct amount of energy and the correct voltages of electricity and the correct amount of magnetism and with the correct frequency of sound. And this symbol represents the alchemy inside of you. That's why our ancestors said, in the Toltec tradition, we say, I am my own word, I am my own medicine. It's literally, especially here, I am my own medicine. Eat yourself. That's what autophagy is. When our cells are eating the wastes and regenerated themselves. So that's why this symbol represents urine therapy. You're drinking your own water of life. You don't need something outside of you. Don't look anything outside of you that you have inside. In the Toltec tradition, we say also, when you are living outside, you are the passenger, you are the worker. But when you live inside, you are the path itself. So this is the meaning of this symbol, autophagy. When you eat your own, you don't need something outside. Remember that. You have everything inside. And imagine it's for free. So the two biggest medicines that we have, and we ignore them, and we are despite them, and both are for free, are fasting and urine therapy. Both for free. And the most effectively. Because when we are fasting, everything, the magic occurs in our body. You start to heal, regenerate, because we are recovering the memory of our body, and we are recovering the original frequency of our wave, of our music. And those frequencies are going to start in tune and create the correct rhythm of frequency to kill parasites, to eliminate. Many testimonies from people that they have healed just fasting and drinking urine. Search in internet. Don't believe me. In Spanish, we have on Facebook, I think 2 or 3 groups of urine therapy, and it's amazing all the testimonies talking about fasting and urine therapy. So when you fast with your own urine, wow, it's a boost. You create this loop. And every time you intake your own urine, it's going to be clearer, clearer, and clearer, and lighter, and with more energy. So that's why you are your own medicine here, your own serum, your own vaccine. And also the urine, it has the anti-fungal power and anti-pathological power to kill these beings that are controlling your life. So what's the magic inside of our body? This, the toroidal field, is the same symbol that I just have showed you. And in our bladder, we have this energy too, something that generates, operates, and dissolves in a perpetual movement. With this fractal movement of implosion, this is the magic of implosion. And with a scalar energy like this. So this is the real shape of structured water. As you can tell here, this is the magic of implosion. And magically, this is happening in our bladder. The phase station have proven this is the accurate top view of hydrogen. Remember, hydrogen is the original fuel for our body. The pH. So this is the vortex of scalar energy that we have inside in our bladder. So many years ago, I bought by powder made by this guy called Dan Witter, that I recommend you to search the searching of the work of this guy, Dan Winter. And he created this kind of device using this concept of implosion, the magic of implosion, in order to structure the water again. And because you have to know that the molecule of water is not a monomolecular structure. It's a polymeral. That means that it is made of 5 molecules of H2O. And those molecules are organized in a pyramidal shape, the same form of the Egypt pyramid. Actually, the pyramid of Egypt was made following the measurement of the water structure. And we know the power of pyramids. Pyramids means fire in the middle. And that fire is the energy, is the heat inside of you that keep in balance the homeostasis in your body, along with your structured water. Remember, the formula of life is water, temperature, and steam, the trinity of life. And we have inside in our bladder this exactly vortex. So this is the magic of implosion in our blood. So that's why you are reintroducing a better quality of water inside of you. This is another way to consume your urine. This is like old urine. Because when you keep urine more than 4 days, it's like give it a boost. It's potentialized urine. Negative ions. More time that you keep your urine inside of a crystal jar, like this or like this, is going to increase this power inside, because it's a life organism. So the point is that you have to put your urine like this outside, because we need to ventilate to give it some air, because in that way, the ammoniac is going to be released. So I have old urine from 2 years, and now it's completely black. And that's the proof that we have inside of our urine a lot of melanin and plasma. Your whole body, your hair, your skin, your eyes, your ears. You're giving a shot of high energy, this old urine. After 4 days, it can be considered as potentialized or enhanced urine, and all its attributes begin to increase. And it smells like, I don't know, maybe it could smells like a wood. For me, it's like a wood, something like that. Apply it, put it on your face. It's the best cream that you used. It's going to rehydrate your skin because you're using plasma. And our stem cells are made of plasma also. So I suggest to use both the fresh one and the old one. And then powerful, just with a small amount of this just is enough to give you a lot of information in your organism. And so look at this. So maybe sometimes you can observe the sediments, so you can strain it, no problem. You strain the urine, and then you put it outside to give him some air. And after 2 or 3 weeks, all the bad smell is going to be eliminated, especially the ammoniac. So don't problem. Just treat it well. You have to put it to take fresh air and then strain it. And also the sediments are going to disappear if you treat them well and use it for many things. Urine is a natural serum that our biological laboratory is producing. It's our natural capacity to stabilize the organism by stimulating its elimination and defense functions, in addition to returning its lost vitality. So the thing is that now you have very powerful information here. And I recommend, if you are a beginner, that you start with droplets under your tongue. And then it's a good start that your body is going to assimilate that, and it's going to get used to accept the urine. And then you're going to increase the amount. Maybe you can drink 2 ounces, then a glass, a normal glass of water. But instead of water, you're going to drink your own urine. So I recommend that you drink the first urine of the morning. And then you can repeat the loop. There is no stricted protocol. Create your own one. Observe yourself, listen your body. But start it now. And experience is the only way to know. Experience by yourself. We have to break the paradigms and the lies. And the only way is experiencing. So do it step by step. and you're going to be amazed by the results. And also you can use it. I use it for when I take a shower. I don't use shampoo. I use my fresh urine, and your hair is going to recover the bright and it's going to be clean. So if urine has a very bad smell, do it. And I recommend you leave it at least 2-3 minutes. And then you go into your shower and you're going to clean it with regular water. And that's it, no problem. And also use it for your entire skin. You can use it to heal injuries, wounds, bites, mosquito bites, spider bites, snake bites. Here in the tropical countries, it's very known that the local people, when jellyfish stung you, the people say immediately, please pee on her leg or whatever, because the urine is going to help. And it's correct. And so if you use it for your face, it's going to reduce wrinkles, give you a nice bright in your face. And also you can practice enemas with your own urine. 1 liter of fresh urine, you can collect it by your last urine for the night, and then the other one, and then introduce it. Wow, amazing results also. And it's completely safe. I can't say it because I experienced this, I practiced. There is nothing bad. The only thing is going to happen that is going to be healed. So trust in you, trust in your nature. Don't be afraid. So, and also this has to be accompanied by your change of lifestyle. Like I told you before. This is a solution, but it's not just like say like, okay, because now I have my own medicine in my urine, I can keep drinking shit, eating shit, living like shit. No, the thing is that you have to change your lifestyle completely. Start to be aware of this kind of energy that you have and use it for your own benefit. But you have to be coherent in the coherent state. So there is another more to say because it's just go and practice. Don't be afraid. I repeat, if you want to start step by step, start with droplets. And then increase the amount. The practice make the master, remember. The practicing make the master. And then it's going to force you to eat well. Because when you eat clean, vegetables, fruits, your urine is going to taste like that. When I eat a papaya, for example, the urine is going to taste like papaya. Or like if I eat a watermelon, well, delicious because it's sweet also. But if you want to eat very cooked food, a lot of spices, and a lot of acidic elements, for sure the taste is going to be very strong. But remember, it's not full of toxins. It's just the taste. So go and start to practice. And this is part of the detox process and program forever. Just at the moment that we reached the level of purification that we need. At the moment when we stop to eat. Actually, there is a movie that I recommend you, that's Living on Light, that they show an old man from India that he doesn't eat and drink anymore. It's a breatharian, like we all of us are. But we have to eliminate the excesses because we are living because we are breathing, not because we are eating. But the case of man is, of course, the modern science denied and said, no, that make some researches and experiments because that is not possible. All the humans need to eat and drink. And they take this man to live in a house for a month, I think so, with surveillance, monitoring all his movements, and they put cameras inside of the entire house, even inside the bathroom, because he said, I am not going to pee, I am going to poop because I don't drink, I don't eat. And they say, no, impossible. And what was the surprise? That he proved that he doesn't pee anymore. In that moment, this pseudo scientist made a how do you say this, an ultrasound of his bladder. And one day they observed that the bladder has a certain amount of water, urine inside. And after 2 days, they made the same ultrasound, but they didn't see any kind of water inside of the bladder. And they say, wow, how this could be happening? Because this guy is not peeing. Impossible. So that's the proof that our body, when you are in that level of purification, you don't need to drink more urine anymore, because you are reabsorbing your own liquids in a loop, like I told you before. The loop of this. This is another proof of this symbol. Everything is reabsorbing because you are generating, operating, and dissolving all the time. You don't need anything outside. That's the living proof of that. So your body is going to take your own liquids and reabsorb it, and then it's going to store it in the bladder, and then reabsorb. And you can keep living life like that as much as you want, because we are eternals. We are immortals, not immortals, immortals, without death. Amor in Spanish, that means no death. Producing the correct wave sound with the right frequency, with the melanin in the right frequency, producing the melody, and your cells are rechargeable themselves. But you need a clear water structured water, the right temperature, and the right pH. So drinking your own urine is going to improve your health, is going to help you detox your body faster and more efficiently. And also I am going to tell you again, it's for free. It's the greater thing of this. You have your own laboratory. And remember, you are your own world, and you are your own medicine. Never forget that. So start with this beautiful ancient practice. Actually, all the ancient cultures, they say in that. In the Bible, you can read that you have to drink the waters from your own tank. In the Vedic tradition, they say the same. In the Ayurveda, people from India practice urinetherapy. The Shaolin warriors in China, they do the same. But this has been forgotten. But now is the time to remember and start to practice. There is another way. Go and practice, because every theory is beaten by experience. And we are experiencing this. That's why we are preaching this. So please don't believe me and experience by yourself and start to drink the water of life. Ometel.